Inside England's Pakistani town, 99% Muslim. If you haven't noticed, there is a real trend of racially, ethnically, religiously segregated places to live. And honestly, I gotta shout out my boys in England, because every time I post a video talking about the UK, they're like, Philion is speaking my mind for me. If I had that thought, I would be arrested on sight.
Bollock Road on Whitbridge, you go into another place called Savile Town. We've got a town in his own town, and it's all Asian, not one white person.
I tell you.
Asian's crazy. Just say Pakistani.
You'll find the nicest people in South Town.
You could live anywhere.
Asian just means non-white.
Where would you live?
Here.
Here?
Here. I wouldn't change it.
I know nobody that's non-Muslim who lives in Dewsbury who doesn't want to leave.
Dewsbury, England is one of the only places in the UK where Muslims are the largest group.
The only ones who stuck together in this town.
They aren't Pakistani, they're Indian. That's a deep inside joke you will only get at Third Eye Global. Kick.com/Philion.
Is the Asian community.
I mean, I'm not a racist by any...
But for those of you who don't understand it, I'll break it down this one time. Everyone in India, whenever someone criticizes them, calls the perpetrators Pakistani. They diffuse all responsibility off themselves and say that it's people from another country that's causing the problem. They're not Indian, they're Bangladeshi.
means, but they have their own little, like this shop here, that's one nationality, and it does put a lot of your English off.
Obviously, it's a very diverse community. Do you think people intermix well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I have a lot of friends that are different races.
Not that many white people around here.
How do people feel about that?
Is that Jake Paul?
Like, I'm used to it. I've grown up around here.
It used to be one of the busiest towns. Everything's gone.
Dewsbury is ground zero for what many conservative Britons would call the decline of England. The factories have closed, English culture has declined, and drug use is
Like
rising.
all over central Dewsbury, this used to all be small businesses. And now, everything is gone.
Dude, I'd live here. Place looks great.
So describe Dewsbury in one word.
Shit, isn't it?
Fucking shit, man. Will you guys stick around here when you're older, or go somewhere else?
Got a bit of fucking dangy diva in my finger, mate.
What do you say to people who say this is a shithole?
I say you make it a shithole. You what you think is what it's going to become. There's some really, really, really lovely people.
Now, there's nothing. There's nothing at all.
One thing that's worth...
For those of you who don't know, Dewsbury is where the Pakistani grooming gangs are from.
noting here too is, despite the fact that it's so dilapidated,
the buildings and the structures themselves are just gorgeous.
It's just culture. You know what I'm saying?
It's a testament to what it used to be like here, but now,
man, it is.
Oh, it's fucking shit in it. Bloody hell.
It's rough. It's very reminiscent to us.
I think Jake Paul is there for training camp to then get his head knocked off by an English guy. You're so right. I didn't think about that.
Like Youngstown, Ohio, or some really beat up areas of the Rust Belt in the U.S. So now, at one point, people come from all over this part of England to go shopping in this market. Not so much today.
Multiple convictions, various police operations, Operation Teaford, Operation Torway, Operation Tendersea, have led to dozens of men being arrested, charged, and jailed for the abuse of vulnerable girls. The abuse has centered around towns in North Kirklees, including Dewsbury and Batley, as well as Huddersfield. The reported offenses span decades, with police investigations covering non-recent abuse from the 1990s, as well as more recent cases. Perpetrators in the various cases have been described in court as all British Asians, mainly of Pakistani heritage. Victims, some as young as 11, were often vulnerable girls who were plied with alcohol and drugs and treated as commodities to be abused. Nothing to see here.
The market here, once the region's largest, now looks like a bazaar.
It's like you said,
that will never not make me laugh. Calling an open slop market a bazaar.
Town used to be like the #1 market town.
It's because it's third world coded.
All of like the UK.
When you got to walk up the market, it's full of fucking packies. All shops, all stalls are full of packies.
carried away.
It's a bunch of people going to a place and selling stolen goods together before they are stolen from them. It's just a stolen goods pipeline where the stolen goods get stolen and then stolen again.
$6.50, please.
I can't help but remember that banger of a quote from the producer of Roca News where he said to reject the pub is to reject English culture. And because drinking is haram, according to Muslims, that assimilation doesn't check out. It is a meeting place for men, women, young adults to share camaraderie, laughs, vibes. This is just an Alibaba Temu marketplace. They're selling gray items. They're vendoring trash for copper, not even silver.
Make smaller, but that's about as small as it goes. How you go smaller than that?
Some residents celebrate Dewsbury's diversity.
Obviously, it's a very multicultural town. Do you view that as an asset or a liability?
Oh, it's definitely an asset. Yeah. We have close relationships with Muslim brothers and sisters. We're all in this together. We must recognise
this guy has zero testosterone flowing through his veins.
Our common humanity.
Others disagree and say diversity has gone too far.
Yeah, it's like I truly do believe that the white race is slowly declining. Like that is a belief of mine. But
well, there's a place in rural Arkansas for you.
I think that's more because we're just so tolerant.
Yet the English side of town has undeniably declined. Savile Town, on the other hand, the Muslim area separated by a river from the town center, is thriving. Savile Town is home to the European headquarters of Tablighi Jamaat, a huge conservative Muslim organization. That's brought tons of families and small businesses here, turning it into a prosperous town.
You could live anywhere. Where would you live? Here. Here? Here. I wouldn't change it.
Savile Town is clearly thriving, yet there's a dark side to it as well.
But it's now believed the teenager has become Britain's youngest ever suicide bomber.
Nice. Little jihad with the boys. Love that.
Dewsbury is where the youngest ever British suicide bomber came from. It was also the home of the ringleader of the 7/7 attack, which killed 52 people on
I'm beginning to notice things. Some might say I'm even starting to observe
London's public transport in 2005.
Oh no, I'm realizing.
The ringleader just happened to live across the road from me. Came the breaking point, the point of no return, really. At that point, you realise they live amongst us.
Jason is a Dewsbury native who moved away, something he said every English person in the town wants to do.
I know nobody that's non-Muslim who lives in Dewsbury who doesn't want to leave.
Jason brought us together with his friend, Ali, a Muslim member of the town council.
And on the other hand, I absolutely love it here. And I would not love it.
I might get arrested if I keep realizing.
As much if Jason wasn't here.
In certain parts of Savile Town, he should be wary filming because he will definitely get questioned.
If somebody who's different walks through a community, yes, of course, you're going to get the looks.
Together, we set off for Savile Town to see.
But they're in England. That's the problem here. You shouldn't feel like an outsider in your own country.
Whether it was actually the so-called no-go zone that some people said.
Right, so as we come up to these...
They label this place a no-go zone. It's quarantined.
Like, see here, there was my local pub. It's not there anymore. Do you know why it's not there anymore, Ali?
Why is it not there anymore?
Because some Asians bought it and then just like burnt it down.
But why did white folk who drink, why are they not buying
not
pubs?
denying it.
Why are they not buying pubs? Why are they allowing pubs to be sold and closed down?
What's this huge building at the end?
This is the mosque.
This is the center
when
of
it was
Tablighi Jamaat
built,
for
the
Europe.
largest in Europe, but I believe there's a bigger one now.
Oh.
You're in danger of being radicalised.
Oh,
the closer you get to this mosque, you're in more danger.
It's like a hive mind. It's a chum bucket. You can feel the rad meter going crazy. Allah.
They're being radicalized.
You need to put your tin hats on.
Now, real quick, if you're enjoying this video, hit that subscribe button. One of the reasons we started Roca News was because in the US, we saw how out of touch the media was. They were absolutely shocked each time Trump won. We, on the other hand, saw it. It was obvious, and we understood why. That's one of the reasons we started this channel, and if you've been watching it, you know we predicted all the swing states last fall. So please hit that subscribe button if you want to know more about what's happening around the world on the ground.
Let's go in. Look, let's not really push it, but let's go see him. Come on.
अच्छा ये अमेरिका से जर्नलिस्ट आए हुए हैं देख रहे हैं ड्यूसबरी के बारे में इन्होंने सुना हुआ है
Speaks their foreign language, so it don't.
No, this is going to get translated. इन्होंने सुना है कि multiculturalism ड्यूसबरी में इंग्लैंड में फेल हो गई है ये हमारा दोस्त है जेसन बार्टले इस इलाके no इस इलाके का है
I feel like this is ancient times and they're contacting the head shaman of the opposing clan, when in reality, this dynamic should never happen considering the fact that they're in England.
जेसन साहब ने कहा है आप जाओ सावल टाउन में जाओ आप जिसने कैमरा उठाया होगा उसको जो है ना कहेंगे आप क्यों कैमरे से हमको इस तरीके से देख रहे हैं मैंने कहा मेरे साथ चलो हम जाएंगे सावल टाउन में जैसे साहब ने कहा हम जाएंगे
How does he have an iPhone? Who airdropped them smartphones?
मरकज के बाद मैंने कहा फीस भी ले ला आओ मरकज के बाद फिल्मिंग करो
I said the photography is prohibited.
Yeah, I know. But
let's talk to the guy.
What we're going to do is we're going to go down Savile Town.
Yeah, no camera. Points to a sign. You put the sign there.
Because Jason reckons there's other no more go areas as well. Isn't it? Right? So now that my brother's got the context of why we're here.
You want to get permission?
No, and he's going to get permission. We're going to get you
why
permission.
Why do you need permission?
Nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I'm just a passerby.
I know. But do me a favor.
It says it's prohibited.
But let him know.
Who can give the permission? I'm calling him.
Please.
My rage meter is getting full. I'm about to heroic strike, mortal strike, hamstring, and then rage dump and execute.
Baijan, please listen to me. You know, when it comes to PR, I think I'm doing a better job than you. We're not going inside. I says to you, we'll go to the car park. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys to talk about it. You know, जब की PR की बात होती है ना, मैं PR कर चुका हूँ. ठीक है ना, please. आप भाई से बात करें. मुझे सावल टाउन को लेने जाने दें. वहाँ से वो देख लेंगे. Right, let's take you to Savile.
This seems like a mafia. Seems like a cult. It's giving Scientology and Mormonism.
Town now. We've never met.
Careful.
Carry on recording. Yeah. Would you say Savile Town is one of the nicest, safest places in Dewsbury?
Yeah. I said that to the
Is it? I'm back.
He's been to the pub.
Yeah.
Would you say multiculturalism is a problem here?
No, I don't think so.
It's because there is no more. There's only one culture.
Because there's literally just one culture. It's homogenous. It's 99% Muslim.
No. I tell you, you'll find the nicest
We do not have problem here. All my brothers and sisters, we get along.
people in South Town. It's nice. People come to work here and they love it here.
How long have you been here?
I was born here.
People say it's a no-go zone.
No, it isn't.
Why do you think they say that? Why do
I
they
think it's
think
people's perception. That's
Where's the litter? Where's the
There's no trash, but it still looks like shit. Make it make sense.
where's the Asbo behavior? You know, I don't know. Houses.
Ali, are there any points that you would concede about? Okay, at the most basic level.
Yeah.
People who say, well, you know, conservative Muslim immigrants don't share the same socially liberal
Why do you think they have this perception, brother man?
values as
Of course.
you know, right?
The end result is we're economic migrants who are conservative Muslim. Even if you're a liberal Muslim, you're still conservative in relation to the eyes of anybody who is liberal. Doing our damned best to try and maintain our culture, our conservatism. Assalamu alaikum. We want to try and protect what's ours in the way of our children, because otherwise, look, the second generation would not be here, would be back home.
Do you think we speak to this woman down here, or do you think someone like that?
So there's a refusal to assimilate. He just said we want to preserve our own culture. We don't want your culture. We want to maintain our strict turbo-conservative values. We want to turn our women into letterboxes. God wills it. Peace be upon him.
You guys can, out of respect, I can't, being a young Asian male, and that's somebody who's not either my sister or my...
Young Asian male?
Oh, come on, man. I'm not that old. So given the fact that she's doing...
He wasn't saying, come on, young Asian, because of the age. He was saying because of Asian.
Her, which is, you know, not showing her face into the public, for me to then go and approach her would be the wrong thing to do. Why am I proactively knowing that somebody is, you know, doesn't want to be seen? Why am I actually asked that?
You know, it's a great point there, buddy old pal. Why would you approach, not you of course, but the hypothetical royal you, a young English girl, and then abuse her, and then traffic her, demoralize her, and ruin her life? Our own girls, totally fine.
Because then it would be me being a deviant, pushing for somebody when they want to keep their privacy. Why would I want to do that? But when I said you guys can, because it's knowledge that you need and you're able to ask that question. Because I have the knowledge, why would I push that boundary?
You made a mistake, Jason, picking Savile Town.
I didn't pick I simply said, if you photograph outside the mosque, you'll get...
They question the laws of the land, but live in it. You ask them why they don't live in an Islamic country, because I don't have to. Yeah, because you're in a democracy, not in Islamic oppression. They just can't admit it.
Get questioned. And what happened?
Look.
And what happened?
Of course
we photographed outside the mosque and we got questioned.
Of course you're going to get questioned.
Why? Shall we go to a church?
I'll tell you why.
And see if we get questioned.
Because the church are the most welcoming people.
I just don't like the blanket hypocrisy between all of these ethno-religions. Some countries get a pass for just being scaringly racist or traditional, yet it's a problem when someone like England does it or America puts in a policy, and then the people are collectively guilted into just being cucked.
In the world ever. Goodness. But I'm also saying that the Muslim community, if you put that camera away, we can go inside.
Exactly, but why should you have to do that?
Oh, come on, Jason. That's just silly. I'm the son of an immigrant. I was born in Pakistan. I was born in Kashmir. I'm here. I sat with you in a pub. How much more do you want me to assimilate? And the good thing here is, even without knowing, this is the first time Jason and I have actually met. We've spoken online, we've spoken in Messenger, but we know what we're both about. I need to bring Jason a bit over to my side. Jason can take me a bit over to his side, but he knows I'm already there anyway. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is.
If we're putting all the questions, putting everything out on the table, what about the grooming gangs?
Excellent point. Noted.
No. I don't know why Jason's asking you to go quiet on that one. I'm going to address that head on. It's an issue that we have. It's an issue that the courts are dealing with. It's a stain. The families of the girls, the families, the victims themselves, and the families of the perpetrators are having to deal with a lot right now. And I don't know, maybe that requires a whole documentary on its own.
We actually just made that video examining the grooming gang capital of the UK. Subscribe.
It's a problem for everyone. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
To get the rest of our UK series and check that one out.
It's interesting that nobody has actually gone out and then tried to have, them sort of conversations to understand how it's impacted everybody.
Mostly white girls, though.
Of course, 100%.
That was the most brain-dead fucking response I've ever heard.
100%, I'm not denying that at all.
When you look at the number, and it is an astronomical amount of people which have actually been sentenced for it, and then you've got to look at the stats that only 10% of people get actually sentenced for rape on evidence. The actual number that's been sentenced, and then you look at that could only be 10%. And that's only 10% of those who've actually been charged. It's a big problem.
If you look at it statistically, the statistics state that white of a certain age, the number's far greater than it is with the Asian grooming gangs. It's how you package it. It's how everybody packages it. The minute...
Cope must feel so good.
We stop and look at the fact that rape is rape, a victim is a victim, and then we address that and deal with that collectively, and then deal...
Yeah, but most of the rapists in this particular community seem to be coming from this town, and they share one thing in common. Two things. Pakistani Muslim.
With the causes and all of that, we're missing the issue. There's victims who are not getting spoken of because you tell me a single victim, and the victims are there, they're still being the victims because the headline news is Asian grooming gangs. Tell me a victim.
No, they're not Asian grooming gangs. The names are never Mishimoto Yakitora. It's not Chun-Li.
Talk about the victims. How are we putting them right? That to me is the biggest crime. It's not making news. Jason, you know it's not making news.
It's becoming almost ordinary that every week there'll be 30 photographs of, and the common denominator isn't the fact that the Muslims, the common denominator is that the Pakistanis, and for some reason it's just something they need to address. And the community
we would love to be able to address that if you let the community come in and look at it in the way that I've just described it. Rape is rape, no matter who the perpetrator is. Then if you want me to address the rape where the perpetrators are from the Pakistani community or the Gujarati community, I will find the forums that I will sit in to have them conversations. The problem is it's just sound bites that are thrown out. Nobody is willing to really get into the depth of the problem.
Area, very peaceful, right? Now, why did all the white people move out? All of them.
We call that white flight.
This here is some of the most expensive real estate in Dewsbury.
Oh yeah, because if you've got to pray 5 times a day, you don't want to walk too far, do you?
Yeah, that's the equivalent of like beachfront property. You can just fucking pray to Mecca right here. You hear the call to prayer from your window.
So this here
Kill me, dude. Kill me.
Some of the most expensive real estate, but at the time, it wasn't expensive. So.
Take your camera down, and I'll give you some sound bites. How about that?
Oh, this sounds enticing.
But you've got to take your camera down though, because it was entirely unwitting.
He came over.
He called him a token Asian.
Lovely.
But what I objected to was the token
and you're right,
Asian.
and you were right too, because it wasn't meant in that way. But it's not about what I meant; it's what you felt. And if you felt hurt or wronged, I unreservedly
Salam, brother. Alaikum.
apologise, because that's not my intention. Never has been, never will be.
Sir, what did you say? What did I didn't even
Yeah,
say
I'm a little bit confused.
No, it was just something he was
calling
saying
somebody
about,
a token Asian when I'm an Asian anyway,
No.
and especially when I've spoken so
What's your
highly.
name? Forgive me. You're
when I've spoken so highly of him.
Did you
as well.
say?
Sorry. Again, we've had the conversation with
All
him,
right,
so-
brilliant. You
Is
take
that
care.
okay?
Have a lovely day.
Calling
That was the most useless conversation ever.
a token Asian is trying to say that you're trying to do something that's white community orientated, and you come into a brown community and you brought a token Asian with you. Again, do I speak for everybody here? Neither does he. So that was very wrong of him to say something like that, and I actually am offended by it. I'm actually rather hurt by it. He's
token Asian.
Like you know, like when you have a film and there's a token whatever guy.
Yeah. Oh, you have a group of friends and you have to have one just to show you're not racist.
Yeah. That was just
Ali.
That was really.
This guy's loving it.
Offence is given and offence is taken, because I have taken.
Because he's just being proved right.
It comes from anywhere and everywhere. You know?
Yeah.
Fucking brown guy walks out of there offended. Just on the back of.
Yeah, that's
you know, and what did I say to you earlier on? I haven't been subjected to any racism in my life, and I genuinely kind of say that because where somebody would make a passing comment.
Because you live in a homogenous community.
Oh yeah. As such, generally speaking, I'm really friendly with people. I wouldn't take it as offensive. That kind of was a racist comment that I've just come across. So.
Thank you so much.
Max,
It's unbelievable. Look at that. Look at that.
I'll see you online.
Kicked out of. Thank you.
See you, Ali.
All right, Jason. Here we are.
Wow, what an experience. But I did say you will get questioned if you're filming, and we got questioned twice. We only filmed 4 people. That's a 50% hit rate. And it
The math does math on that one. Half the people that they interacted with did not want the camera on their face.
Even busy, dare say that if you did try to push it, if you were pushy documentary makers, you could get in a lot of trouble down there. I've no problem with Savile Town.
Getting bunker busted on a Friday here at Third Eye Global. Kick.com/Philion. What did the guy say that was racist? The other Muslim guy called the other Muslim guy a token Asian. I'm still trying to understand what that means.
Just, the point is, if it's such a great place, why did everybody leave?
Spending time there, it struck me that the English side of town...
Dude, take that logic somewhere else, okay? We operate on feelings, not facts.
Its decay, its poverty, its drugs, is emblematic of what conservative Britons are angry about, while the Muslim side, with its businesses, families, and community, has much of what they want. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe if you liked it. This was part 3 of our watch.
It's a push-pull. It's a give and a take. You can't have the best of both worlds. I wonder why they left. Seems like not everyone wants to get along. Not everyone is willing to assimilate and melt into the melting pot. Some people actually unmeltable. Some cultures even. Some religions. They don't want to melt, but they will use diversity as our strength. They will say that homogenous societies and groups are racist. And they will take over politics and pander to the emotionally, suicidally empathetic weak.